Well, it's that time of year again. Of course, the Fall Home Show is happening at the Better Living Center Exhibition Place. That's September 18th to the 21st. And we at the Real Estate Talk Show are excited because we're going to be a part of a great seminar that's called the Condo Buyer Survival Guide. Simon Giannini, of course, is going to be talking at it, and I get to host it. And our next guest, Brendan Charters from Eurodale Developments, he also is going to be one of our expert speakers. So, Brendan, welcome to the program.
Thank you very much for having me, Erin.
So let's talk a little bit about Eurodale Developments.
Well, we are a design build firm located in the GTA. We have 5 full crews that do the addition and renovation side, and we also build new homes. A little bit of commercial, but predominantly residential type work.
Now, why is it important for this kind of event? So when we're talking about the Condo Buyer Survival Guide, I mean, you can't help but, visit or live in the area and see what's going on. I mean, we're building vertical, yes?
We absolutely are. There's a provincial policy in place that has created a fair amount of density increase in our fair city, and we are known across the world now for the amount of cranes that dot our skyline, and as a result, people have come to expect beautiful finishes in condos.
And we're a world-class city, but I think we need to be very proud of the fact that we are known for our architecture and our design. People come from all over the world to come and see what we're doing in condo build.
Absolutely, yeah. We've got a very unique situation here in Toronto and North America-wise. There is a hot debate as far as our architecture is concerned. Some people call us boring, and others are very excited about what we're doing. And I think that that creates an interesting debate. But also one of the unique things that we have that cities like London and New York have had is, because of the low interest rate environment that we have a shrinking condo size in the new market for affordability purposes. And that's the first that we've ever had in Canada. I mean, Canada is known for just huge amounts of open land
and space.
And space. And so our condos, when we first started building
were
condos,
large.
Huge.
Yeah.
Because no one was comfortable living in a beehive, as some people refer to it. And so a lot of condos, when they were first built in Toronto, are 2,000, 3,000 square feet. They're like a bungalow in the sky. And that's changing because the demographic has changed, and a lot of young people don't need that kind of space and can't afford that kind of space, quite frankly.
And people forget it's not just what you see on the outside when we're talking about architectural and design, but we're also talking on the inside. And that's something where we are making a lot of buzz. It's how we're taking and maximizing space and doing so to appease to the purchaser. So I think builders more than ever are really listening to those that are buying, potential buyers. I mean, who knew now, Brenda, we have condo developers that are designing with the woman in mind, understanding what their needs are. Who knew that we would literally be saying, okay, you know what, there's 500 square feet, even 400 square feet, but you walk in and you actually feel like it's closer to 8.
Well, it is widely documented that women do run the world, and so we're not.
I liked you.
We're not wholly surprised at designing to them. They are the main purchasers, whether the man appears to write the check or not. A lot of those decisions are driven by the women. But the nice thing about the amount of units that we are building in Toronto is the competition has grown, and the competition is strictly to sell units, and so people that are looking to buy are looking for that wow factor in their individual suites, and that has created some high level design of the new units. But what it's also done is it's created a little bit of a lagging in those condos that are built in Toronto in the 70s and 80s, and that's where my business has really started to see new opportunities and seize those new opportunities.
So when we're talking about renovating a condo, what steps should we take? Besides hiring an expert such as yourself, okay, and making sure you're getting one that's reputable, that has workers' compensation and all those things that you need, what do you suggest people do when they're thinking about renovating?
A condo is a unique space when it comes to renovations, and you touched on a few of those. One of the first projects that my business partner and I did in Toronto was a condo, and as a result, what I would charge people that are thinking about doing a condo with, first and foremost, before they call the contractor, is first go straight downstairs to your management office and get the local bylaws and get an understanding for some. They seem very minor but critical pieces of information. How do the service elevators work? What are the hours of acceptable operation as far as renovations are concerned? What is parking like, visitor parking or contractor parking? And are there any specific bylaws relating to sound attenuation for new finishes? Also with respect to moving of common elements, so telephone risers, gas lines, main drains, those types of things, they don't typically like to move. And so familiarizing yourself with that, and also maybe getting a plan layout of your suite will be great first steps, so that when you do meet with that contractor, you at least have some of the information, because those are the questions they're going to ask. I know when I go to visit someone, the first thing I look at is how's the concierge to deal with, and what are the hours of operation, the elevator and parking, and just those little things, because I'm going to have crews there with big trucks that can't fit typically underground in the underground garages, and those could impact the costs associated with the project, and also the time that it takes. Like a lot of condos are 9 to 4, whereas I can the city bylaws are 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. in a lot of places. So
a lot of things to consider. Now, what about when we're talking about the debris? So when you go into a place and you're basically cleaning out, you're taking rid of the tiles and the old wooden floors, and maybe the kitchen's being redone and bathrooms. How do you get rid of all that stuff?
By hand, and so that's why the elevator is very important. One of the first things we do when we go into a condo project is we do meet the concierge and get to know them, become their friends,
best friends.
Absolutely, and it's imperative, because every piece of material that comes out of that condo or goes up and into that condo has to run through that service elevator, and you have to coordinate that with moves, with people that have special deliveries of furniture, etc. And if you have guys that, like I do, that I'm paying by the hour, and sure enough, a material delivery will come when it wasn't supposed to come. If I don't have a great relationship with that concierge, I can be sitting there paying guys to wait for that elevator to be available. So it's much different than a house where a pile of material comes in and you can have it inside the house in an hour. Demo and new material always through that elevator. So
if you're really into renovating, I would say first and second floor.
That's right.
Because at least I'd be using the stairs.
If you have a chopper or something.
So there's lots to consider, and even more reason for people out there. I mean, again, if you have a window of opportunity between September 18th to the 21st to check out the Fall Home Show, but more importantly, on Saturday, September 20th at 11 a.m., you're going to be on the stage talking specifically about the building and renovating side of condos. People will have lots of questions. So why is this a great opportunity that people should attend?
You know what? It's going to give them a chance to hear from some experts that really specialize in the field of purchasing, decorating, and renovating condos. And the condominium market is a unique market. It's a little bit different than your low-rise house, even a townhouse, etc. And so if you are interested in either buying or decorating or renovating your condo, it's a great place to see examples of how to make those purchases, how to decorate those smaller spaces, and how to renovate those spaces well. And we're going to show you examples of projects that we've done in the city with some smaller units and larger units. And so you're really going to get a lot of information and have great takeaways of what you can do with your own space, or what to look for when you're looking for that new space.
Talk a little bit before we wrap up. What was the award for that you won in terms of condo design?
Thank you. Yeah, the award was given to us by Build, which is the Greater Toronto Home Builders Association, and it was for the best condo renovation in the GTA. We will show some photos of that before and after project. Very unique space, 3,000 square foot condo. Again, one of those units that was trying to get people comfortable with that condo market, and we converted a 3-bedroom condo into a 2-bedroom condo, believe it or not, and almost moved every single thing you can in a condo. And so we're going to show you some things that typically you wouldn't be able to do, but with a little bit of research, you can make some really amazing changes. And that's what ultimately in the end allowed us to receive that honor and that award. So we're quite proud of it.
Well, Brandon Charters from Eurodale Developments, I'm certainly excited I get to hang out with you hosting the event for Saturday, September 20th at the Fall Home Show. And remember, that's at the Better Living Center Exhibition Place. So I look forward, Brendan.
Thank you very much for having me.